Happy Monday. I hope it's been a good 19th day of February for you. Weather-wise, I think we can all agree that it has. And the forecast is agreeing with us and saying that we've got some more in store. Sunny in upper 50s and sunny in low 60s, and then some rain after those next couple of days. But we'll talk about that in more detail in a few seconds. Indictments, and a number of which we'll finish up coverage of McGoffin County indictments returned last week. We'll go through those returned Friday by the sitting Johnson County grand jury as well. We've got some high school basketball things to talk about and a host of other news and information. First, let me say that I had a camera rushing out the door to catch the 5 o'clock special session of the McGoffin County Fiscal Court, and the Sagersville City Council is set to meet at 7:30 tonight. I will have coverage of both of those starting on tomorrow's program, as well as a host of other news and information. We'll go ahead and jump right into indictments as we have several to report to you this evening. We'll begin with those here in McGoffin County, and as I told you late last week, I guess it was on Friday's show, a few of those that were returned by the sitting McGoffin County grand jury I could report out on at the time, and we'll go through those real quickly and then cover the rest, which have now as well are being added to that list. Since they were already incarcerated in the Big Sandy Jail, I reported out last week that 22-year-old Christopher Caudill of Sagersville was indicted for terroristic threatening in the first, falsely reporting an incident to authorities that related to the 2 bomb threats that he called in and other threats that he made, public intoxication of drugs, disorderly conduct, and menacing. Nathaniel Stevens was indicted and named in 2 separate indictments for possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, drug paraphernalia, 3 counts, and for being a convicted felon in possession of a handgun. While 26-year-old Jordan Keaton of Jenkins was indicted for possession of meth in the first. In other McGoffin indictments, Joshua S. Standifer was indicted for theft by unlawful taking of an automobile over $10,000. This after he is indicted or accused of stealing a company vehicle belonging to a local company estimated to be worth some $22,000 back on December the 20th. 40-year-old Douglas Caldwell of Sagersville was indicted for possession of methamphetamine in the first degree by the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department. 35-year-old Sean King of Paintsville was indicted by the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department on account of possession of methamphetamine in the first degree. And also a case by the McGoffin County Sheriff's Department, 49-year-old Matthew Owens of West Liberty, indicted for trafficking in a controlled substance first degree first offense for trafficking in more than 2 grams of methamphetamine. In Johnson County indictments, we'll begin with a Wabash, Indiana woman, her address listed therein, indicted for burglary and assault of a police officer, as well as shoplifting and other counts. 33-year-old Kenda Blair was indicted for burglary in the third, assault in the third of a police officer, 2 counts, theft by unlawful taking, and resisting arrest. She was in the Paintsville Walmart, not supposed to be, had shoplifted some $500 and plus of some merchandise, and then assaulted 2 Paintsville PD officers in the process of being arrested. Brian Casey is accused of acting in complicity with so far an unknown defendant in committing the offense of burglary in the third degree by burglarizing the zip zone on Kentucky 1559 in Stambo of Johnson County. This around October the 2nd of last year, when he entered and burglarized the establishment, stealing some $3,297 in cash. Now being indicted by Trooper Gregory Whitson of the Kentucky State Police. 46-year-old William Price, a.k.a. William Scott Price of Van Leer, was indicted for assault in the first degree and being a persistent felony offender by causing serious physical injury to another person by means of a dangerous instrument or weapon. The PFO second degree count means he has at least 1 prior felony on his record. 37-year-old Danielle Marie Robertson of Paintsville, indicted for possession of meth, paraphernalia, operating on a suspended or revoked driver's license, no insurance, and failure to wear seatbelts. 46-year-old Dewey Hamilton of Paintsville, indicted for possession of methamphetamine. 36-year-old Adam Van Hoos of West Van Leer, indicted for possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, being methamphetamine, and for tampering with physical evidence by altering or removing or concealing evidence that would have been used against him. 58-year-old Rebecca Arnott of Helton Branch here in Sagersville was indicted for promoting contraband in the first degree for attempting to bring drugs into the Big Sandy jail on January the 5th of this year. 25-year-old Cody Harless, who is already residing in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, was indicted for promoting contraband in the first degree, that being 3 counts for trying to bring hydrocodone, methadone, and fentanyl into the jail. And a number of indictments returned this month for flagrant non-support charges. Grand jury indicting 35-year-old Christopher Castle for being behind on child support in an estimated value of about $6,100. 37-year-old Jeffrey D. Blair of Staffordsville was indicted for flagrant non-support, being in arrears of about $5,694. Kyle DeLong of Rochester, New York, indicted for being in arrears of some $5,262. Michael Green of Dayton, Ohio, indicted for being in arrears of $5,295. David Jeremy Cottle of Sagersville, indicted for failing to pay court-ordered child support, now in arrears exceeding $17,206. And 39-year-old Eric C. Castle, indicted for flagrant non-support for an amount of over $4,130. Photographs were unavailable for the following indictments out of Johnson County. Emmett Kidd of Buffalo for theft by unlawful taking of an automobile, a vehicle, a Buick Encore, worth over $23,000 that he reportedly stole from a Staffordsville residence. As well, photographs unavailable for Jeremy Billiter of Kansas for flagrant non-support in the amount of over $11,000, and a photograph also unavailable for Jonathan Fairchild, indicted for flagrant support over $12,500. And that will wrap up indictments for this round this month. I'll be right back.
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
You've seen the forecast, right? You know what season it is, so it is time to get ready. With New Year deals that are worth up to $200 off a new set of tires, and get your car running like new with only a $35 state-of-the-art computer diagnosis, and save all the payments for later with 6 months same as cash at Conley Tire and ConleyTire.net. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Cooked cabbage is back at your Sagersville Lee's, and so is the low-carb plate. I mean, yes, you can call it a low-carb plate because it is. There's barely any carbs in it, but it's also one of the tastiest meals we've got. And the healthiest, low carb or not, with juicy roast strips, our famous green beans, and yes, that tasty cooked cabbage. A taste and flavor all its own, and only at your Sagersville Lee's. Again, a lot of ground to cover coverage-wise the rest of this week, beginning with Sagersville City Council and McGoffin Fiscal Court meeting coverage, which I'm still yet to get completed this evening as I'm headed out the door in just a few seconds. Tonight's calendar starts off with a birthday, at least one, before we talk about some basketball fun. AC are the initials to be tonight. Now, 10-year-old Addison Carpenter. The happiest of birthdays to you from Mom and Dad and Skylar and family and friends. Happy 10 years today to Addison Carpenter. Happy, 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 happy birthday to you. And this one called in for one of her teachers, Miss Audrey Cooper, 96 years old yesterday, I do believe. For Michael Round, a host of family and friends, the happiest of birthdays to you. We hope you had a wonderful day. 96 and counting. A reminder, the next McGoffin County Community Blood Drive is this week, this Friday, from 1 till 5 at the Sagersville First Baptist Church. You can go to kybloodcenter.org and get an appointment. You can walk in and be just as welcomed. And whichever way you decide to go, if you'll leave with a super cool Be Humankind long sleeve tee. Be Humankind. You can be humankind this Friday, 1 to 5 at the Sagersville First Baptist Church for the next McGoffin County Blood Drive. You can be on the calendar anytime you have a birthday or anniversary or a special announcement that you need everyone to know about. Just get that to me any way you can. Get them published in the Sagersville Independent by getting those to Heather at SagersvilleIndependent.com. Funeral service announcements tonight. I have one. Services will begin in the morning at 11 for 71-year-old Danny Joe Cantrell of Mine Fork of Sagersville. Danny Joe passed away Saturday at Highlands ARH, the son of the late Charlie Wilson and Flora Blanton Cantrell. He's survived by his wife, Marcia, 4 sons, Donald and Charles Cantrell, and Terry and Joseph Lemaster, daughter April Cantrell, his brother Jerry, sisters Carolyn Sue Borders and Anna Lou Salyers and Margaret Ellen Cantrell, Kathy Cook, and as well as 15 grandchildren and 10 great-grandkids. Danny Joe is preceded in death by 6 brothers and a sister. Services again start in the morning at 11 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation is until 9 tonight. Sagersville National Bank hopes to help you start the new year with financial freedom and peace of mind. From new services like Apple and Google Pay with your debit card to their more than century of being dedicated to being your personal or business banking institution, they're here for you with digital, phone, or in-person banking at both locations.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl Stalder-Cheney, podiatrist currently located in Sayersville, Kentucky. I've been servicing patients within Eastern Kentucky for the past 20 years.
Our feet are the foundation for everything we do, and whether you're suffering from fractures or injuries, need custom orthotics, diabetic foot care, sports medicine, heel pain, wound care, or anything else foot-related, relief is just one step away.
The Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band. Live in concert. Turn on My Diamonds Tour. March 7th. The Mountain Arts Center in Prestonsburg. Tickets on sale now at People's Bank Box Office or MacArts.com. Don't miss the Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band live.
Regardless of what season it is, you can always find fan favorites of the Ville, Salyersville, at the seasonal shop. For the dudes, Duke and Cannon, Turn Rose, and more. And always something for all the Hornet fans. And for all the ladies, it's always Wildcat season, and it all changes daily. That's why you always have to make a stop at the seasonal shop just next door to Fraser's Prater Drug Store. The best place for all your prescription, over-the-counter, and Radio Shack needs, with some of the very best hometown lunch specials and treats. They're a pair like you can find nowhere else but in Sagersville. Just a quick FYI on 57th District basketball action. It will start Monday night. 57th District girls first round action. The number 1 seed and the number 4 seeds will play. This is all games, of course, at Martin County. 6:30, Johnson Central and McGoffin County. A week from tonight, 8:30, game 2, Martin County versus Paintsville. Tuesday night, round 1 for boys action. You've got Martin and Paintsville, the 1 and the 4 seeds, at 6:30 in game 1. And in game 2, McGoffin and Johnson Central, a three-peat for these teams, 8:30 in game 2. The Wednesday night time slot will go to the girls' championship. That for the boys will be Thursday night. Times for those two to be announced. As for the Hornets, real quickly, the boys' team, they are still set to be on the road at Pikeville tomorrow night, and their last game slash last home game as well will be this Friday night. They're hosting East Ridge, and that will wrap up regular season basketball for the boys. Lady Hornets are home tonight, tipping off in just a second against Jackson City, and then they will be in action Friday night as well against East Ridge. It's a doubleheader Friday night for the boys and the girls. That will be a good night of Hornet basketball. Now, basketball from a former Hornet. The Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, HCAC, Women's Basketball Athlete of the Week, Week 15. Congrats to Women's Basketball Athlete of the Week, Kennedy Stacy at Trancey. And the HVAC Women's Basketball Athlete of the Week will join her number 2 ranked Pioneers. I can't believe they're ranked number 2. I mean, obviously you think they'd be number 1. You'll know more in a second if you haven't already been following the Kennedy and her team. But they have earned the number 1 seed and will host the HCAC Conference Tournament this Friday and Saturday in Lexington. You can catch the Pioneers 5 o'clock this Friday. They take on Franklin College in the first semifinal game. The championship game will be 6 o'clock on Saturday. And this is just a part of them rolling right along. They are perfect this season. 25-0. They're 18-0 in their conference play. Franklin is coming in 17-9. Again, that's Friday at 5 in Lexington. The Pioneers defeated Earlham College 103-35. 103-35 to extend the NCAA's longest active win streak to 58 games. And with the win, Transylvania ties DePaul University's 58-game win streak that was set between 12, 13, and 14, which is tied for the 6th longest in NCAA D3 women's basketball history. The Pioneers won the HCAC regular season championship this year for the 3rd time in a row. They're not done yet. Now that takes us into wrapping up a pretty nice day weather-wise with a few more ahead of us. Yeah, it's a pretty nice day in the neighborhood. We topped out, to be precise, at 58.5 degrees out in front of the Your News Today and Sagersville Independent Studios and offices. We are at 45 right now and falling, and we will see winds right now moving at about 3 to 4 miles per hour. Biggest gust today outside the newsroom was a 10 mile per hour. Wind, humidity holding on around 47%. No rain to speak of. Sunrise 7:18. Sunset 6:16. Getting a minute later all the time. And again, 45 and falling down to around 24 chilly degrees tonight. We will do so with mostly clear skies and a calm wind for the rest of your Monday. Tomorrow, a little warmer possibly, or as warm as today, I guess. Expected to be right around 57, 58 again. Sunny. Tomorrow night's low will be closer to freezing, still just a bit below, but not in the low 20s, more like low 30s. Clear skies for your tomorrow, Tuesday, across the board. Pretty nice day, 57 and sunny. Nicer still Wednesday as far as temperatures are concerned. We'll go to right around 60, maybe 61 or so on your Wednesday. So sunny skies. Winds will be calm at the start and then start to come out of the southwest. 5 to 8 to 10 to 15 miles per hour or so. We have another system coming, our next system coming, late Wednesday night. Time frame looks to be after 2 o'clock in the a.m. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, that we have about a 20% chance of showers, and those winds are still moving out of the southwest up to 10 to 15 miles per hour or so. Those shower chances during the overnight increase into your Thursday, where we will most certainly see clouds and showers and the possibility for a thunderstorm or two on your Thursday. We're going to hold pat at 60 degrees again on your Thursday. Nighttime lows in the mid-40s, but cloudy, and a 70% chance of shower during the day and storms, and an even greater 90% chance of some showers and storms Thursday night. Good news is it looks to be gone by relatively early Friday morning, really, so I didn't even put it on there, a 30% chance of showers before 9 a.m., so I just left it off. We'll hope that it's gone before that. 54 and partly sunny, a bit cooler on your Friday, and cooler still for Saturday. Next weekend, everybody working for the weekend right now, here's how it's shaping up. Dry, calm, mostly clear on your Saturday, 48 degrees for your high, 30 for your low. I think we'll get back up to the upper 50s for the latter half of your weekend. Sunday pushing 58 degrees, still holding on with mostly sunny skies. A 30% chance of showers late Sunday night into your Monday morning. But Monday, this day, next week, starting off It's district tournament day, mind you, at 62 and partly sunny with, a slight chance of showers that we'll have to maybe fend off. But still, it's pretty decent weather in store. Spring's getting closer, they say, every day. That'll wrap it up. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.